running late? It happens to everyone. Sometimes it's not even your fault. But no matter what caused it, running late costs not just time, but also money. If that library book is late, you'll have to pay a late fee. When it comes to carrier-owned containers, the same principle applies. If you're late in moving or returning the container, you'll pay demurrage or detention charges. And the more time goes by, the more these charges rack up. Let's take a closer look at what these charges are and how you can avoid them. To keep operations running smoothly, carriers don't want their containers to sit around. Users get a set amount of free days to move a carrier-owned container in and out of the port, unload and reload it, and bring it back. A delay in any of these stages means a slower turnaround for the carrier. So, if you don't move your container within the free days, you'll have to compensate the carrier by paying demurrage or detention fees. But what's the difference? Demurrage refers to the period where a container is in a port or terminal. After the free days have ended, the container must be moved out of the port, or the user will be charged demurrage fees. This can happen when importing or exporting a container, and it's often caused by incorrect documentation or poor planning. Detention refers to the period between picking up the container and returning it. Basically, what happens outside of the port. The user usually gets a fixed number of days to pick up the container, clear customs, unload, and return the container. If the container is not returned within the allowed free days, the user will incur detention costs. Why are there currently such heated discussions about demurrage and detention, you ask? Well, the supply chain issues due to COVID-19 have delayed pretty much every process since, and these issues are persisting even well into 2022. Our report on demurrage and detention charges show that both fees have increased since 2020. Across the world's 20 biggest ports, the average demurrage and detention charge doubled, going up 104% after 2 weeks. That's equivalent to an additional $666 for each container across ports, shipping lines, and demurrage and detention fees combined. Clearly, avoiding these fees is more crucial than before. In usual times, you can try to avoid demurrage and detention fees by ensuring your documentation and planning are perfect. But sometimes delays are caused by factors out of your control. A better way to avoid demurrage and detention fees is to use an SOC, or shipper-owned container. Because the container is not owned by the carrier, and you're bringing your own box instead, you won't be charged for any delay in its movement. Your SOC is your responsibility, as is finding the right partner to move it. But finding a reliable partner in the right place with the right schedule can be a long and difficult task. xChange can help with that. Our online neutral platform allows you to source containers in over 2,500 locations worldwide. Find over 800 reliable, vetted partners with a click of a button and avoid unexpected demurrage and detention charges. If you're interested in finding out more, click on the link in our description below and get in touch with our expert team today.